Well, welcome back. Cleaned up my mess, got all those other papers finished cleaning, and they're over ready to go into the humidification chamber. And I thought we'd work on a few more of these items in the box, and maybe tomorrow I'll do some more. But I did go back to that stuff from the asylum and found a few personal items for folks, for some families. Their night watchman, a fellow by the name of Phillips, was killed by a lightning strike on the grounds, and there was a death notice for him on that. Okay, so let's see what other types of things we have here from the Lincoln Herald Print Shop. So far we've learned a lot about the print shop. We've got a lot of information on forms that they did for the county and for banks and businesses. And then this one, wow, this is the Leo W. Myers, Post number 182, Department of Illinois, GAR, Lincoln, Illinois, October 15th, 1888. This post got started kind of late. It didn't come up, it wasn't formed as early as some. The GAR started soon after the Civil War was over, but it was in the 1880s before the local posts got started. The post commander here is W.N. Bach, and the committee that works on this letter is T.T. Beach, H.C. Parker, and James Hill. And W.A. Corwin is listed as the adjutant. So that's a good find. I've done some research on the GAR down at the Presidential Museum in Springfield, and I copied a bunch of membership records for the GAR post here and around the county, others in the county as well. So this one, the face of it is in good shape, no dirt on it at all, but the back has a problem here. Lots of dirty stuff here. So, got something for the GAR. I like that. Yeah, found a weak spot in that one. Here we have a envelope for Edgar and Chowning, the agricultural machinery folks here in town. Fields and seeds, field seeds, etc. at Lincoln, Illinois. So it's one of the egg dealers in town. And they had a long list of grain elevators in Lincoln that ran along the railroad. Right there where the depot is now for the railroad was a grain elevator. Orrin Carpenter owned that one with somebody else. I'll have to remind myself what that name and what other name was there. Okay, so I'll be doing a little flattening on that one. Here's another item from the, oh, wait a minute, there's something else here. H.M. Pugh, P-U-G-H, Wholesale Commission Merchant Jobber in Fruits and Vegetables. Fruits and produce, excuse me. Which would be vegetables, I guess. And you wanted 500 of these Sometimes I find the ones for gullets with the gummy back on them so they can paste them to their bushel baskets and stuff. You wanted 500 number 6 white envelopes with this return address on it. And it's even got his phone number on here. It's telephone mutual 162. And this one was for the 1890s. Doesn't say whether he's trying to update to another year or not. And here we have another item for the Cork Face Collar Company. The letter of announcing that they've discontinued their connection with somebody from Milwaukee. Who was overcharging apparently up in the Milwaukee area, and if they buy directly from the company here, they can get it much cheaper. Oops. Pressing too hard. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Pegerman Brothers, the grain and agricultural implements. They were on Chicago Street as well. They were farther north, more up around the Barrick area. What was the Barrick place. I guess that's around where Wells Firearms is now. Okay, so this was M.E. Pegram and T.J. Pegram. Lincoln, Lawndale, Broadwell, and Burtonview. Ooh. Get my brush. I got a bigger brush now. What to do with the little one? There it is. Get this off to the side here. Brush the dirt over there so I don't drag my sleeve through it. And we'll try to clean that up a little, just so it doesn't leave dirt on other stuff. Probably wondering why I keep using this when they get as dirty as that, but it seems to not ever come off the eraser, and it just keeps picking up more and more. There's an oil in these erasers. It's just a dirt magnet. There's Pegerman brother. See what we have here. Conley and Trapp, Lincoln, Illinois. A list of names here. Sir, herewith below send you a list of tenants of William Scully, and beg to notify you that their corn and other crops are subject to William Scully landlord's lien for rent, and not to pay them for any corn or other grain until said rent is paid, or we shall be obliged to hold you liable thereafter. Well, so got all of everybody from A to Z, 4 columns, and it looks like there's probably 70 names in each column. So Conley and Trapp are the business managers for the Scully estate around here at that time. think I've seen this one, something similar to this before. This was May 1st, 1890. And the Pegram thing was 1889. There's a lot of stuff mixed around in here. Here's a little business card. Another envelope. This one is John Lutz Dry Goods. Ooh. Learned yesterday watching these cameras that this part of my, you can't see this part of my table, but you can see this part. So I've got to get my stuff up here farther where you can see it. And I hope that camera's seeing everything pretty well too. So John Lutz Company. Just logs and it, oh. Our dentist needed a diagram of teeth. That's cool. This one's Andrew G. Eiseninger at Broadwell. He had a store down there. Fingerprint. We have J.B. Paisley and Sons, Staple and Fancy Groceries, 105 South Kickapoo Street. You've seen those big pictures of that corner store there at the corner of Broadway and Kickapoo Street with the big sign for Boyd and Paisley. They were together for a while, and then they separated into two stores next to each other. Boston Clothing and Shoe, S.A. Bradley, proprietor, Lincoln, Illinois, the 1890s. Big business practice department for the Lincoln Business College. Students got practice making out envelopes, I guess. Here. Citizens Coal Mining Company. There's a date on this one. Henry Ahrens was the superintendent and treasurer. And Abe Mayfield was the secretary. So it would have been the north shaft. It's at the Peoria, Decatur, and Eastern Railway, and then HC. Oh, maybe not. That's, oh, the Citizens is at the where the Christian University is. There's two tracks that cross there, and there's only one track there now. I was a kid, there were 2 tracks there. Okay. Something spilled again. I've noticed some signs of mold or mildew on these few of these things, so when I get them in a humidifier, I'll be adding some concentrated Lysol to the water to kill that, so it doesn't become a problem for the document over time. Now this one I can crop. I'll take a pair of scissors and crop this down, but it's Illinois State Epworth League, and it's going to be held at Lincoln, Illinois, February 5th, 1897. And they're talking about the Epworthian. It's their organization's paper. It shows the advertising rates. So we'll do some clipping on that before we even try to clean it. And we'll cut the dirty away. Oh, what do we have here? You don't see this often. This is a nice photograph of a horse. Usually they were drawings, but this looks, and it may be a drawing, and then made into a plate to print these things. But if it is, it's a really good one. Usually it's on paper, really brittle. I've had several of them I've tried to unroll, and they just would break like stiff plastic. And I never did save any of those. They were just beautiful horses. But trying to get them flattened out was just impossible. They weren't meant to last. They were meant to be out in the weather and disintegrate on a post. But this one is Muirfield Prints 814. Property of W.H. Neal, N-E-E-L, of Lincoln, Illinois. Be a colt show Saturday, June 18th, but no year. That's a good one. I like that. Third Annual Tournament of Illinois Firemen's Association, 1891. The Lincoln Fire Department in 1895 set a world's record, and I do believe they still hold it, if I remember. And then Guttery and Rautenberg. Let's see what they were up to. Let us help you. I know Rautenberg was in insurance and real estate. He married my great-great-grandfather's sister. The Boy family. Emily Boy was her name. So he's in my genealogy research. I guess you guys are getting tired of watching me play with my papers. And it's probably time for me to quit too. More Pegram and Brothers. Got something from Lake Fork, Pegram and Brothers of Lake Fork. Peakerman Brothers. Well, I could do this stuff for hours, guys, but I know that you can't. So I'll let you go, and I'll make another video with some more, or I'll cut this one down into short segments so that you don't have to spend a lot of time watching what I'm doing here. But we'll see you next time.